associated all psychics, mediums, mystics, and clairvoyants with bad news. I instantly thought of the witches from Macbeth, Professor Trelawney from the Harry Potter series, Tangina Barons from Poltergeist, and the damning prophecies they gave their stories' protagonists. Char sensed my fearful gaze and sent me a friendly wave. I quickly looked in the opposite direction and pretended I didn't notice her. We couldn't engage. What would I do if she gave me a grim prediction? What if she told me all the projects I was working on were going to fail? What if all that hard work was for nothing? I decided the best thing to do was avoid her at all costs. After all, no news is good news, right? "Get ready," the stagehand whispered. "You're on in 5, 4, 3. Our next guest is an award-winning actor and soon-to-be published author. Please welcome Chris Colfer." Holy smokes! Regis Philbin got my name right. The stagehand pulled open the curtain, and the studio audience greeted me with a welcoming applause. I took a seat on the stool across from Regis and Kelly Ripa, and the interview began. It went well. At least, I think it went well. The adrenaline rush made it hard to focus, but I managed to promote all my projects and make a few jokes without spontaneously combusting or projectile vomiting. A victory in my book. The interview finished, the audience politely applauded, and the show went to another commercial break. I thanked Regis and Kelly profusely for having me. I waved goodbye to the crowd, and the stagehand escorted me backstage. I was so overwhelmed from the interview, I completely forgot Char was hiding backstage until I walked directly past her. We made close eye contact, and I gasped. "Great interview, honey," she said. "You are so adorable." Thanks," I stuttered. "Where do you live?" Los Angeles." Char placed a comforting hand on my shoulder and gave me a kind smile. "Before you leave, I just want to tell you what a huge fan I am of yours and everything you're doing, especially for my friends in the gay community. You're in this world to help people, and I'm here for you if you ever need anything." I appreciate that. I'd love to give you a reading when you're back in Los Angeles. I live there part-time." Before I could respond, the stagehands ushered us apart, and like ships in the night, Char and I went our separate ways. Once I was back in my dressing room, I let out a long sigh of relief. I was thrilled the interview had gone smoothly, but even better, I was thankful I had encountered my first psychic without receiving any tragic news. However, Char had been so sweet and warm, I couldn't help wondering if my perception of her, and of all psychics in general, was misguided. Perhaps mediums weren't so scary after all? Picture it. Beverly Hills, 2013. More than a year later, I was backstage at the Saban Theater shooting an episode of the television show Glee. Leah Michelle, Naya Rivera, Sarah Jessica Parker, and I were sitting in our cast chairs waiting for a lighting setup. There's always a lot of time to kill on a film set, and that day the girls and I chatted about everything from composting to the Hubble telescope. Eventually, the subject of psychics came up, and we discussed our personal experiences with them. If memory serves me correctly, Sarah Jessica had seen a few psychics over the years with varying results. Leah was singing the praises of a psychic she had just seen on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.